Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heroes of Humblewood. This is a Patreon Humblewood campaign. All the lovely people that you see here on the screen are Patreons. Thank you so much to your support. Everyone that is a Patreon here supports all of our one-shots, two-shots, three-shots, marathons, everything that we do on this channel. They would not be possible without these folks. If you're interested in more information on what you can get for being a Patreon, you can use !Patreon in chat. We also have a YouTube. You can find all of the previous episodes of Heroes of the Humblewood over at youtube.com/DellunaTV. If you'd like to interact with this game, there's a couple of ways you can do so. You can redeem your channel points, which you get from hanging out, lurking, shit posting, having a great time, into a blessing or a reroll die to the player of your choice. If you'd like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things to the player of your choice. Let's jump right into it. Tell me who you are, where we can find you, and a little bit about your character. And we'll start off with Matthew.
Hey guys, I'm Matthew, or B Street Holmes, and you can find me either on Stella Luna's Discord or on Twitter/X. I'm not super active there, but I do try to do things occasionally. And I am playing Ratchet Bluefeather, who is a very grumpy ranger, glad that we are going after some bandits.
Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to Igneal.
Hello everybody, my name is Igneal. You can find me on Blue Sky, Igneal Blazeheart. Today I'll be playing Alistair Brent, a bright Gallus mercenary wizard who's ready to get some answers from our bandit captive.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to VertigoCross.
Hey, I'm Vertigo, or V. And for this stream, I play as Jack Hart, not Jack Hart. I am a Vulpin bard who is most of our group's healing and most of our group's problems.
Yeah.
And I have no clue what's going on.
V was not here with us last time. We were making our. Well, I'll get into it. It's fine. We'll get to it. Next we have Zombie Fighter.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie. I am Z. Whatever name said to call me. You can find me on Blue Sky at Zombie Fighter 89 as well, and I'll get into all of the fun stuff that I normally do at the end of the stream today. Today I play Leon Breeze, pro wrestler extraordinaire. Yeah. Last time we played, I slammed a rock into someone's head and it exploded everywhere. Yeah. Got down on the ground. And now we got this, someone captive now. We gotta ask him some questions. Why are they doing all the attacks? Any other surprise questions the other group might have? Who knows? Stay tuned and find out soon.
Yes. Last time, we began the ascent of the Crest Mountains towards the Bandit Stronghold. And on our way there, we came across a number of encounters. The first one was an encounter against these crag cats, these mountain lion-like creatures with these rocky protrusions that were growing out of the sides of their bodies and their heads. And we were able to dispatch them quite easily. Ratchet had some very exciting butchering and reagent collection. That was really fun. I had a great time with that. And then as we continued along on the road, we encountered bandits. There was an ambush set in a trap. And upon encountering it, you were able to take out all of them except for one. One of them ran away. No, you caught them. That's the one that we have restrained. So with quick thinking between Alistair and Ratchet, you were able to take down the bandit and restrain them. We open up now in the middle of the forest. It is deep in the dark of night. You can see that the moon filters through the canopy overhead, and sitting up against a broken tree stump is this Mapok bandit. You have them wrapped up in a rope so that they can't escape. They're looking up at you bleary-eyed. You can see that there's a nasty bruise across their face and their eyes are focusing, unfocusing as they look up at you. A group of you have set up a campfire nearby. You're able to deliberate what you want to do at a distance where they cannot hear you. Know that the path ahead, especially you, Jack, is extremely dangerous. This is the territory surrounding the Bandit Stronghold. You know that more of these ambushes are likely in wait. Oh, I leave it to you. What do you want to do with this person who might have some information? What do you say to each other?
Well, now that we have our captive over there, I'm gonna need one of you to direct his thoughts, to be more specific, in certain directions. I do not have a lot of time on this new spell that I have comprehended recently. If you all can try to get him to think of the way to the stronghold, how many people they have, maybe other ambush points, things like that. I will try to force my way into peering inside his mind. I only have 1 minute.
Is that all? That's rather easy.
All right then.
I'll just stay here
For
flirting with my-
context, Jack is staying slightly out of sight, just leaning against a tree. Not out of sight of the party, but out of sight of the bandit.
Do you have the sword from Frey Meriden?
I do. It is equipped.
Okay, do you have it in a place where it's brandished visibly?
Technically, no. Where
Okay.
Jack keeps her rapiers, her tail is very fluffy,
Mhm.
and she has them hidden in a strap in her tail.
Okay, sounds good. So it's hidden. Okay.
Unless there are any objections.
We should also see if we can learn about how they are creating these fiery effects on the forest. It doesn't seem like normal magic, not like yours, Igneel. And if it's something we might have to face in combat, it's best we be prepared for it.
Of course. That's might definitely be a good choice of moving their thoughts in that direction. They just might not know too much if they're low in the totem pole.
Even a description of who to watch out for might be the difference between life and death.
Oh. Jack and Alistair approach?
No.
Okay.
Jack is going to lean a bit more into the shadow of the tree, cast by the firelight.
Okay.
And I am going to use one of my class features.
Ooh. Okay.
I am going to use my Mask of Many Faces.
Ooh, can you read that out to us?
Mask of Many Faces is one of my College of the Road features. Essentially, I have made a deal with a warlock and I've made a pact with them. I can cast Disguise Self at will. It costs a Bardic Inspiration die, and I take that much damage, but it lasts for 10 minutes and I can recast it at will.
Okay. You took 2 points of damage last session, just as a heads up.
I see that. I do see that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll take another 5, actually.
Hey, can you describe to me what this looks like? No one can really see you as you're hidden in the shadow of the tree. We have a glimpse of what this feature that you've picked up might manifest like.
So Jack raises one of their paws up over to their shoulder as a dark, sickly, almost a rotting green glow in the shape of an eye starts to brighten under their fur, a burning and sizzling sound coming with it before it starts to fade. And as it fades, their shapes shimmers and shifts like a mirage before Bray Meriden is standing there.
Ooh, okay.
That's kind of above table question really quick. So if you were to like change back or to change into somebody else while this 10 minutes is going on, do you have to re-roll for more damage, or is this just the
No,
damage you
it
take
lasts for 10 minutes and I just get to cast Disguise Self at will.
Okay. I thought it was you could just for 10 minutes change however you wanted, but I wasn't sure if there was like more damage to it.
That's what I used for my big dance when I kept changing how I looked.
Fancy.
That is really cool.
All right, Jack will saunter up to the bandit, looking pissed.
Hey, as you begin to approach, you can see that there's immediate recognition across the Mopok bandit's face. Captain! They spit out some blood and they straighten. They look at you with wide eyes. Go ahead and roll me an insight check, please. Alistair, you can also roll insight check if you'd like.
I'm staying more of in the shadows and on the side.
What
and
does a
preparing for the right
21
moment.
say?
Okay. Ooh.
It's an at 20 for
Ooh.
25 stay.
Amazing. Okay, so for both of you, you can tell that this person immediately recognizes Bray Meriden and they're buying this completely. They are a mixture of afraid and submissive. I'll say with that natural 20, Alistair, you also pick up that this person very likely knows Bray Meriden well. There is a possibility that if Jack says the wrong thing, she might give herself away. Oh, with you in the shadows, Alistair, can I get a stealth check from you? You get advantage because they are staring straight at Jack right now. Okay, 13. While this is going on, what are Leon and Ratchet doing? You can see that Jack has transformed and is now stepping up towards the bandit. You can see the silhouette of Alistair hiding in the shadows nearby.
I think Leon is not. I don't think has been the one to be either going up to the council asking questions unless absolutely necessary, or also doing interrogation. So basically, he's just gonna kind of be like the bodyguard muscle, right? He's gonna basically be there to be like if they try, like I know they're tied up, but like try to run away or try to like escape or whatever, they kind of know there's someone right there to tackle them down. Like in intimidation, and if I have to, maybe grab my hammer or grab something else around me if they've known that if they remembered me being the one chucking the rocks. This is a little bit of an incentive of like, you may as well just stay, just answer these questions.
Yeah, go ahead and roll intimidation at advantage, please.
Ooh, reader.
Okay, 12. That's pretty good. You can see that occasionally their eyes do cut over to you, Leon. They clock that you're there, and by how quickly they look away, it's pretty obvious that they're scared. They're scared of you. What about Ratchet?
Stands there with a grin.
So it might end up being intimidating, but that is not Ratchet's goal. Ratchet has this mountain lion pelt, and he's really looking at turning this into some armor. So there's a lot of work that goes into prepping a skin to be used for like crafting, and one of the first steps is to scrape away all of the flesh that's on the inside of it. And so I imagine he's got a big rock he's found, he's laid it out, and he's just taking a blade and like scraping it along the inside. It's not meant to be intimidating, but it's understandable that this might be like oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, especially because it's bloody, messy work, too. There's, like, no delicate way to do it. You don't have to roll. They keep occasionally staring and glancing in your direction, too. Oh, Jack. they are stammering, Captain. Oh, they captured you too.
I stand imperiously in front of them, snapping to get their attention. Don't look away. I am your only focus.
Oh, hold on. Ray. Where are you?
I think the funniest part about this is that Frey and Jack actually have very similar speech patterns.
Mm-hmm.
They're right under named creature handouts.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Humblewood without the art.
Yeah, have to show the art. You gotta turn that off.
Heck yeah.
This is what he sees right now. Yeah. And you see that his eyes snap over towards you. I don't understand. What are you doing with these people?
You don't understand. With a smooth movement and a flick of the clasp, I unsheath the rose rapier and just draw it at the ground, letting it glint in the firelight.
He immediately recognizes you. Don't have to roll. You see his eyes widen as he looks deliberately at it. Jack, go ahead and roll me a history check at advantage.
A 14.
14. With a 14, you know that this specific sword is carried by captains. This immediately is a recognizable thing to most bandits, that if you brandish this, they're going to immediately clock you as a bandit. Essentially, it's like the equivalent of having a badge or something identifiable. So if he had any doubts in his mind that you weren't who you were, they are banished. He begins to wriggle around uncomfortably. Please, let me free. We can get out of here.
You attacked me on my way back.
I was just following orders. I didn't know. Captain, how could I know? It's dark.
I tap their forehead with a rasp of my knuckles. It's called an infiltration. You're not supposed to know.
Oh. But why did your men kill everyone?
Well, they didn't get enough fun.
Oh. You can see that he visibly begins to shrink. Imagine, like, as a Mopok, these raccoon people, they tend to be pretty fluffy. They tend to have a lot of fur that kind of bristles in every way. You can see it sort of pulling in on itself, and he shrinks down, trying to make himself smaller. He's so afraid right now.
I want Ratchet to just give a little just a little chuckle under his breath while he continues to be scraping at this thing.
Completely unrelated. He's just having a good time over there.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
so
this is just a great day for him. It's the best day since they left on
yeah,
this
Ratchet
adventure.
got so many cool things today. You have like a magical bagpipe thing.
Now maybe you would like to do something useful tonight.
Of course, Captain. Anything, please don't kill me.
Has the path back's changed? Is it still safe?
Safe. Well, for you, of course. There have been a lot of displaced wildlife, that much we don't have any control over. We've been increasing patrols because of that specifically. fires are getting out of control. And as you know, of course. Um, but relatively, yes.
I didn't ask you to tell me the things I know.
No changes, Captain. Nothing's changed.
I thought you just said that there were more patrols, new patrols, while I was away on an infiltration. Are you going to let me walk into another misguided ambush and get more of your friends killed?
I don't know how many patrols. Captain, my captain, was the only one who knew that information. You can see that he turns his head in the direction of where eventually, beyond the clearing that you're currently in, there would be all of the bodies of the bandits you left behind. How can I help? What can I do for you?
Has Alistair been doing his thing during this?
Yes, we'll cut over to Alistair. What are you doing?
He takes a small little piece of copper coin, and he's like slowly playing with it between his fingers, his little claws. And when the direction of the conversation begins to lean into the fires, he'll mutter under his breath, "Penny for your thoughts," as the copper disappears from his hand, and his thoughts of this Mawpak begin to reverberate in his mind. It starts with the surface thoughts, and then he digs in deep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
I believe they get a saving throw for the deep thoughts.
Okay.
No save for the outside thoughts.
Okay. The save is wisdom? Yes, it's wisdom. I'm gonna do this at disadvantage because they are so scared right now. 7. They fail. Okay.
Cool. They have no idea it's happening then.
Yeah, they have no idea. With that 14 Arcana, I'm gonna say that it starts off with mostly emotion. You're able to read just their surface. You can see that the way that they perceive Ray Meriden, there's a great amount of respect. There's reverence. You can tell that this person is so deeply intimidated by the person that they think is standing in front of them. You also get a huge undercurrent of anxiety and uncertainty as the conversation begins to shift in the direction of talking about the fires. You are able to dig deep, and they don't even flinch. They don't even resist. You're able to part the veil of their consciousness and just dive in. It is like stepping out into an ocean of thought, and it just overwhelms you. You are able to determine that this person is exactly that, out of their depth. This person is afraid of fire. As they're talking about the fire, you can sense that their heart is gripping with great pain. Fire has taken a lot of things from them. Opportunities, lovers, friends, their home. They've been on the road for a very, very long time, and they're just tired. They're so tired, and they're so eager to please Frey Meriden, to try to claw their way up into whatever they can, whatever they found here with the bandits. There's desperation here. You get hints of these things as they're talking to Frey Meriden. Is there anything specific you'd like to try to explore while you're there?
Okay, so it seems that they might not know if of who was doing making the fires.
Yeah, there's no trace of anything like that. You get the sense
Then
that they have been running from the fires.
gotcha. Then when the conversations mentions about the path, and then
Mhm.
he speaks of the dangers and such, I wish to peer in deep
Okay. Yeah,
to try to get a.
you are literally able to see the path that he took. You see his memory of him being part of this group that is patrolling, and they've decided to stop in the area that you encountered them before the fight. And they decided to stop there because it was a good place for them to set up camp. There is a camp that you as a group have missed, and you see the memory of him asking if they can light a fire just so they can cook some food, even if it's really small. And the Vulpin captain who was in charge saying no fires. And so you see a small memory of him eating and then being alerted that there's someone coming up the road. And then that is when you remember the fight. Or when they remember the fight.
Um, is there any images of the stronghold?
Yes. You see an image of mist. Within the mist, there are a pair of great stone towers. You can see that there is a squat and sturdy fortress, and it is in lonely vigil among the crags. Isolated, fortified. Number of distant shapes can be seen patrolling the parapets. And there are banners with the crest of the Bandit coalition hanging proudly from the walls. No one has come to contest this area, so they are broadly making their stand. You see 100-foot-high stone walls, and there's tons of guard posts. At a glance, as you're digging into this, there's a lot of security.
Do they normally walk in through the front door, or do they take like a tunnel inside the fortress?
There's a massive wooden door behind an iron portcullis, and that's where they go in and out, the front door. The portcullis can be lowered down like a drawbridge for wagons. So that is what they remember, going in and out the front door.
Okay. Any leadership figures?
You see the faintest silhouette of a strong, well-built woman. She appears to be Servan, a deer folk.
Radiant.
You see the moonlight essentially crowning her form. It almost looks as if light is embracing her. And the only visual that you are able to get is when she turns her head, there is an eye patch over one of her eyes. You get the sense that there is a great amount of dread coming from this bandit, and they look away immediately. They've been too scared to get a really good look at this person.
Okay. I believe at this point a minute most likely has passed and my spell ends.
Okay. You see the Mopok bandit is still leading up to Jack. Please, anything. What can I do for you, Captain?
Look, you fought well. You survived, and I don't make a habit of getting rid of useful tools.
Of course. I'm very useful. Promise.
Do you remember your way back?
Yes, I do.
Well, then scurry along and make sure the other groups know not to attack me next time that I'm on the way.
Of course. Yes, Captain.
And then with a flick of the wrist, I'll cut their binds.
They almost pour out of them stumbling down onto the ground, and they scrabble up. It is inelegant, it is frenzied, it is the most graceless thing you've ever seen, and they're rubbing at their wrists. And they just sort of bob their head at you, and they begin to run in the direction of the bandit stronghold. I'll let them know. And then they're gone.
Well, there goes, to a certain degree, the element of surprise. But I believe we might be able to deceive our way through, at least to the stronghold.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to keep this appearance up, Jack?
For about 10 minutes at a time, and I'd say roughly 4 times a day.
I see. Well, I suggest we either keep moving now and find a place closer to the stronghold to rest, or rest now. As my spellcasting prowess is quite low currently. Most of my spell slots are gone.
Aside from wild animals, we shouldn't see any other groups of bandits nearby.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
We can go take their camp and see if there's a map or anything like that. I have a rough idea of the path they took from the things I've gazed. There's a big stronghold among the mists. And Alistair will begin to describe everything that they've seen with as much description as he possibly can, since the memories are still fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And the figure that seemed to lead them. Have any of you heard of them?
As Alistair is describing this person, Ratchet, Leon, you have no idea who this could be. Jack, you know exactly who this is.
Radiant.
This is Benna Saradin, leader of the bandits.
Oh, it seems they got well, I wouldn't say a good look, but a look nonetheless over their fearless leader.
I see. Yeah, it seems the stronghold bears the flags of their coalition. And it also seems that at least the grunts among them don't know much about the fires. They're as terrified as the rest of the people of them.
Well, you can't really trust a grunt to stay loyal. If they ran off, spreading fear about the fire is probably part of their goal.
Jack,
Who knows?
you're familiar with this Saradin?
I've seen them.
From what you know, is our dear Leon a good match in combat?
I'd rather keep the hope alive.
But what if you made me gigantic?
Well, then it'd be a fun show.
So a threat to be reckoned with, but not an insurmountable one. I take those odds.
It would be very different to know I'm gonna be giant, not just surprise I'm giant, so that'll be neat.
I also caution our approach that we should most likely not take the front gates. Else, we're gonna be turned into porcupines real quick by all the bow guards and crossbows there. And we'd also be significantly outnumbered. If we wish to get rid of them, we might need to either turn the place into a trap or make it collapse upon itself, or, as much as I don't like this, maybe set the whole place on fire. But we need more info about it.
I would like that to be a last resort, seeing as what we're
Yes.
trying to deal with.
Well, it seems that the Stronghold is among the mountain, right? There's not woods and stuff to turn into like a forest fire.
Yeah, the surrounding area, there are trees, but there is a bit of a clearing around it. There's a you would have seen a wooden palisade that was like inside of the courtyard itself, but the walls are stone. So presumably, if you start a fire inside, it would probably be mostly contained.
Hmm. So yes, our best bet might be to do something like that, but I think we should try to get as much information as possible first.
If there is someone within the walls capable of controlling a forest fire, we would need to negate their ability to influence the flames before setting the place ablaze if it does come to that. If we haven't neutralized that threat, we may just be giving them a considerably powerful weapon to turn against us. The fire user must be the first target.
Yes. The best way to deal with that is just to swiftly kill them. But the fire would distract the rest of them. And if we start multiple fires, well, is a fairly accomplished arcane caster myself. I'll let you know, it's not going to be easy for them to deal with multiple places at the same time.
You could call it a hunch or intuition, if you will, but something tells me starting any kind of fire might not end how we expect it to.
Can't control it.
Shit. Can you roll me an insight check, please?
I can.
Double nat
That
one,
is
double nat
20.
Okay.
I've done it before.
Over the last day or two, you've been getting this weird feeling of
That somebody's watching us.
someone's watching you. Maybe they're right over your
Not us.
shoulder. You look over, you don't see anything. With a 20, a dirty 20, you sense that this presence is back. It's somewhere nearby. And you're looking around, you're casually kind of taking your time to inspect. You don't physically see anything, and you realize that this feeling is coming from the ground. And at the mention of fire, you feel that it's ground gets harder and it gets colder. You can feel it up through your feet. I think you have bare feet. I don't think you wear shoes.
I don't think so.
Bird toes.
Yeah, your bird toes that are planted into the ground. You can feel the earth getting colder, almost as if mention of these fires is drawing whatever this is away from you. You can get the intuition that this entity, this spirit, whatever it is afraid of fire.
Wise spirit. That's like under his breath, but like the others probably at least here he said something.
You are able to feel somehow, some way, maybe it's just a turn of the wind blowing through the trees, almost as if leading a trail. Whatever this is, it's moving into the forest. You could follow if you want to.
Igneel. Sorry, Alistair. I was like, that's not right.
I was like, what?
I
was like, I don't think I
hold
heard
on.
right.
Alistair, which
Yes.
direction did you say their camp was from here?
That way.
Different way.
I assume not the direction of the breeze. I feel like just so that he doesn't have to explain himself, he's going to for once lean uh into the wind touched side of things and be like, the breezes call me. I shall meet you at the camp, and then just darts off in the direction
I love it.
of this breeze.
You can see the wind just sort of like pushing again. Well, no, it would be pushing behind you because you're going in the direction of the breeze. So you see like the back of Ratchet's head, like the feathers are all rumpled and like frumpy, and like I think it's kind of embarrassing. It looks like Bedhead a little bit as you're going with the wind and you run into the forest.
Well, I guess we're done talking then.
Yep. Well, right when I was about to point the direction of the bandits' camp, well, I guess we can wait for them here.
Should
Oh.
we set up for the night? Maybe a little further away from the pile of corpses?
We should throw the corpses into a ditch and clear the signs.
That sounds like manual labor.
I got it.
Jack, you look at the area that you're currently in. It's not too close to the road. You do have a measure of privacy here. It's kind of like an in-between place between the bandits' camp, the road, and then eventually the road that leads on further towards the stronghold. So this is a decent spot. There is a splotch of a bunch of like meat and guts that Ratchet filed off of the pelt, but other than that,
Yeah, I'm just gonna clean that real quick. Just a wave of my
prestidigitation.
hands. Get that away
Okay.
from me.
Yeah. Okay. So Jack begins to clean up like a decent campsite. Leon, you're heading towards the corpses.
No one else will clean it up. It's probably a good idea.
I'm going with you.
I'm doing
And
specifically anything that isn't physical labor.
Okay.
Jack, could you help clean these, as we'll need some disguises? As
I guess more hand waves.
he begins to loot the corpses
Okay. So
of their cloaks and such.
yes. So all right. I have to do some math here. There is going to be 1, 2, 3. There's 6 daggers. I'll write this down. 6 daggers, 3 Gerbine leather armor. There's going to be 1 Vulpin leather armor. The Vulpin captain had a short bow and a short sword. The bandits, 1, 2, 3, presumably because you probably took the stuff off of the one that you restrained, would have 3 mop hawk armor, 3 short sword, 3 short bow. Okay. And then there's a total of 84 coppers among them.
Okay. What is the Mopok armor? What type? Is it leather?
It is leather armor.
Okay.
Captain's armor is studded leather armor. Vulpin leather armor. And by saying like what kind of armor it is, that's basically like the size that it would fit. So anybody can wear it, technically, as long as you can like literally fit into it. The Gerbines are smaller folk. So for example, Ratchet might be able to fit into it because Ratchet's a little bit on the smaller side. But Alistair definitely can't. Jack definitely can't. Leon definitely can't.
I don't do armor. I wizard.
I wizard. Okay.
I AC 13. I don't armor.
No, no armor for me.
Okay, so as you go about doing the looting, setting up disguises, and also cleaning up camp, Ratchet, you begin to run into the forest.
The end.
Can you roll me survival at advantage? See if you can keep up
Yes, I can.
following the trail.
That's a 19.
Okay.
Ratchet is pulling heavily on his Gloomstalker ranger class here with his umbral sight and primal awareness, as well as his ranger skills that allow him to see most tidily through the thickets of trees.
Okay. As you are. You run and run, and it's almost as if a scent on the wind, you follow something sweet, something cold, and it eventually leads you into a wide clearing. You can see that here the moon is completely unfiltered. It washes down and illuminates this area completely. You look around and you get the sense of whatever you were chasing is all around you. You can feel it almost in a delicate swirl, moving about, ruffling your feathers, pulling at your clothes. And it's almost as if you're caught in a wind tunnel or a small tornado, but it is gentle. It is not threatening, and gravity almost seems to push and pull away at you. How do you feel about this?
Ratchet has always been unsure about the entire wind-touched aspect. The blue markings that grace him have always told everyone else that he was meant for something important, and he has never seen why that should be true or why he should be anything special. He does have his Zephyr Strike spell, but spells that affect the natural world are not uncommon, much less unheard of, and this may be one of the few moments in his life where he tilts more towards the maybe there is something special at play here. Maybe there is a part of this natural world that does want to speak particularly to me. Having earlier felt this sort of heat and chill in the ground, he's going to slowly crouch and place one hand against the grass in the clearing to see if he can feel any more energies with the earth.
You do. You can feel the grass as it sways, manipulated by this buildup of wind. It almost caresses your touch. It's almost as if welcoming, taking your hands in an embrace, and you can feel the heat returning beneath all points of contact. You hear a voice, and this voice is unlike anything that has ever graced your ears or your ear holes. I'm not sure. I think birds have ear holes. Has ever graced your hearing. It's breathy and it's disembodied. You know in an instant that this is not from any kind of earthly form. It's almost as if the wind itself is speaking to you. And it says, "Child of wind, you heed my call. I have come from a long and far journey in seeking my progeny, those that have walked the path of wind. Do you accept this?"
I don't know what purpose I'm destined for, but I do know a call when I hear it. The call of birds on the wind and animals in need of help, and I know a call of the wind when I hear it. Yes, I answer your call.
Your destiny is determined only by you. Not to speak of it, cannot design it. But when the earth needs you, the answer are sisters. When the water cries, we must answer. You have drawn the throne card.
Ooh.
Nice.
An opportunity has opened up to you, and you have chosen to accept it. Can you please describe to me what happens to your wind-touched design? Those marks under your eyes, how do they transform?
So the markings that Ratchet has are two stripes that come down from under the eyes down to the corners of his beak. Given his backstory, I've always seen them as tear markings. And I think in this moment, they shift and radiate the full way around his eyes, now looking more like flower petals representing growth rather than tear stains of tragedy.
As this transformation begins to take place, you can't necessarily see them, but they do seem to glow, and you're able to trace exactly how they begin to move about your face. That subtle glow begins to diminish almost immediately, returning back to their normal hue. With that, I will show you something after the stream that you will have access to. And it'll be our little
Ooh.
secret until you activate it.
Secret!
Very
Nice.
cool.
Okay.
We
The
love
wind
secrets.
is going to kind of hang out with you and talk to you for a little bit, so you're going to be busy.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have a new best friend.
You have a friend now. Okay. For the others, say that about an hour has passed. You've managed to get the bodies off of the road. You've cleared it. A decent camp has been set up. You're able to prepare a meal. Ratchet is still not back. You have a couple options here. You can continue to wait. You can go check out that bandit camp. You can go to sleep. You can leave. You can say bye, Ratchet. Whatever you want. Those are some of many options.
Let us go check out that camp while we wait.
Who wants to go with Alistair to the camp?
So I wasn't here for this. Is this an empty camp? Is this a new camp?
So
A full camp?
Alistair was able to determine that there is a probably empty camp. It was the camp that this was set up by the people that the bandits that were killed. And so it's just going to be like a small roadside camp. Nothing too big. This is what Alistair picked up with the detect thoughts. Alistair hasn't been there yet.
I do want to check the bandit camp, but been a
We
while
can leave
since-
a quick message in case Ratchet comes back faster.
Which way is this camp?
This
That
way.
way.
Jack picks up a stick that looks vaguely like an arrow,
Mm-hmm.
casts light on it, and then points it towards the camp and sets it on the ground.
Okay. Perfect. What color is the light?
Pink.
I love
Pinkish
it.
purple.
Hmm.
Oh.
I will tear a piece of paper. Um, draw a very crude direction map, and then near Jack's light stick, I take a dagger and then stab it in.
Leon, did you want to stay? Do you want to go?
Leon is
Could use the muscle.
Leon is contemplating it. Is there like what would be a gut feeling check? Like, he wants to come and help them, but like he doesn't also want to leave Ratchet. He wants, I guess, he wants to see if maybe how his gut is feeling on this,
Okay.
because if he gets a sense that maybe Ratchet is okay, he will go. But like, there's just this like,
I guess that would be an insight onto whether or not like Ratchet seemed fine when they left.
Yeah. So
yeah.
you definitely can do an insight check. You won't know if Ratchet is okay, but you would definitely be able to read what you last saw of Ratchet before he left and try to like.
Right. I guess give the
Yeah.
Go
ahead and roll
So imagine
insight.
he's
Stella, I sent you something.
would be a 13.
13. Oh no, it would be a 17.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was at advantage or not.
You sent
Or
me
wasn't sure if
something. Where'd you send it to me?
I did the PayPal.
Oh.
Oh, that kind of stuff.
I don't know why that didn't work. Okay. With a 17, I'm going to go ahead and say that whatever was going on with Ratchet, he seemed confident. He didn't hesitate. He just ran. And he mentioned something about the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And you know from bits and pieces that you've heard from Ratchet that there's maybe a complicated sort of relationship there. And to see Ratchet just go full on, you get the sense that whatever this is, it's probably going to be okay. You also know that Ratchet is very formidable. You've seen
Yeah.
Ratchet take people out really easily. He's also very good at running away if he needs to. He moves very fast.
Ratchet really does have this will they, won't they situation going on with the wind.
Mm-hmm.
So I think go ahead.
I was saying you'd also recall that Ratchet has been very hesitant to engage in any kind of distraction from the group's goal. So to run off at all, he's got to feel it's pretty important, but also he's not going to dilly-dally. He's going to come back as quick as he can.
Alright, good. You have an hour till that stick stops being a glow stick.
Yeah, so the an hour has already passed, and then now there's another hour timer going on.
So, I think, Alistair and Jack will kind of go forward a bit before I completely join them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just kind of stick back there by the stick, look the opposite direction where I knew that Ratchet went, kind of like think about it, kind of like nod to myself and go, do it. Got this, and then join, because he very much wants to try to make sure that like no one is like alone, because even if they're formidable, like it's one of those things where he takes pride in being a backup, even if it's the meat shield that goes down so everyone else can pounce, like just being there to make sure that someone else is okay.
Yeah, from what Alistair has told you about where this camp is, it's not too far away. You know that if Ratchet needs to call out for help, you will probably hear it.
Okay, well then they'll probably give him just enough confidence to be like, all right, we're good, and then he'll join the other two.
V, thank you so much for the natural 20s to V, Igneal, and V Street. So you each get one natural 20. Thank you so much. Sorry that the alerts aren't working for some reason.
I just, for some reason, I feel like we may need them in the future.
Maybe if you need that,
and I may have a really dumb idea that I want to work later.
I love it. I love your dumb ideas. They're great. Okay. So you begin to head in the direction of the camp, and you find that there wasn't even an attempt to make a campfire. There's a number of sleeping rolls that have been set up, and there are about 2 or 3 tents that have been put up. But the general vibe of this camp is that it's meant to be temporary. It's meant to be quick to pick up and to be on the move. You can see that belongings here are 100% the bandits that you've already taken out. So if you want to look around, I'll need either investigation checks or survival checks from rummaging around in the stuff that is still here.
I refuse.
Investigate.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Natural
I had a-
20 from Leon.
I had a -1 on survival, so it's like I didn't want to do that one. This one was a flat 0.
A 25
So I'm like,
from
maybe better.
Alistair. Okay, I love this. All right, so Leon, you obviously head towards the biggest tent first, right? Because that's
Oh,
where all
yeah,
the cool stuff is going to be.
All the good
That's-
stuff has to be in here.
Yeah, so
It's got the most protection.
you begin to look around and you can quite easily tell that this was the captain's tent. And you pick up what appears to be a boot. A single boot. And it's made out of pure silver. It's not meant to be worn. I mean, you could. There's a hole in it. It would not be comfortable. It is just
Well, yeah, that's
one
where you put your foot
boot.
in. It's a boot.
It's
Yeah.
a single boot. And
A little bit
with
of
that
boot it.
natural 20, I'll say that you're able to tell that the former captain probably drank out of this. There's traces of alcohol inside of the boot.
Oh,
You have drawn the gem card.
great.
This boot is worth 1,000 gold.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I totally
Whoa.
was going to say, if
Clean
it's a
this.
boot and it's not for wearing, clearly you drink from it.
Yeah, right?
Silver
Whiskey boot.
boot.
When you said there's a hole on the side, I thought it was like a smoking boot.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a bong.
Yeah.
A
No.
bong boot.
A bong boot. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's actually really
bong boot.
funny. I love
I
that.
like that. Hmm.
Okay.
But I'm okay with my whiskey boot.
Okay. Alistair, you begin to move through some of the more, the less obvious places. And you find what appears to be something of a displaced dirt mound between the 2 risen roots of a tree. Something was buried here, something small.
I start digging.
Okay. You start digging. And as you dig, you find that buried here is a small wax bundle. Something has been covered in a sheet made out of wax. So essentially, it's about 4 by 6 inches. So it's a bit on the smaller side. It's clearly a book of some kind. And has been wrapped in this wax paper, and it's bundled up.
I go with the. Is there a table around here?
No.
Or okay.
Yeah, this is meant to be a very temporary camp.
Mhm. I guess I go find like a surface, and I
It's like
put
a
like
rock or something.
Leon's
Yeah,
right
like a
there.
bigger
Use his
rock.
back.
and then I'll open it up.
Okay. As you begin to open it up, you realize that this is a notebook or a journal of some kind. You see that the front of it is bound in this dark leather. In the moonlight here, you can see that it has a sort of navy hue to it. And in the very center of the cover is an interesting symbol that you don't recognize. It appears to be, the top half of it appears to be a tree made out of silver, and it bleeds down into what appears to be half of a wheel that is made out of gold.
Mhm.
Very interesting and pretty design. You can tell that whatever this is definitely a sort of treasure.
Interesting. I'm gonna set up a quick ritual and cast Detect Thoughts. I mean, sorry,
What are
What
you
is the book
Detect
thinking?
thinking?
Magic. Detect Magic.
I can tell it's a book.
Hmm.
See if there's any magical aspects to it. Or
Uh,
What
actually,
am
sorry.
I thinking
Might
this
as
could
well
be?
just do straight Identify. I will cast Identify in this using ritual.
yeah, I was trying to come up with something quick, something snappy, make a pun about reading a book.
Read your mind.
I don't know. It's gone. Okay, identify. What does this look like to you, or you, as you're casting identify?
You see, Alistair form like a small circle. Uses some chalk and such. He takes his wizard book and he flips through the pages to the identify spell and begins to mutter some incantations. And he takes off the monocle he has without the glass. He puts it in the center of his book, and then a small light, kind of silvery, flashes over it. And as he takes it, where the missing glass piece is supposed to be, you see a small translucent. Um, it's not necessarily. It doesn't exactly look like glass, but it's very similar. So as he puts it around his eye, he begins to see things that he normally wouldn't be able to.
Okay, I love this. Okay, with the identify spell, you realize very quickly that paper pages of this book, this journal, they're not real. They are it is what is hidden between the pages that is the real treasure here. You can describe to me how you're able to physically touch it. These pages don't exist on this plane of existence, but this book has pages that are made out of light. And you're able to very carefully, maybe it takes a great amount of effort, maybe you have to use some of your magic here. You're able to flip some of these pages, and you realize that there's only one of these pages left that is left blank. And putting everything together, you realize you have drawn the Fates card.
Ooh.
You realize that this book is not from this world. This is. Go ahead and roll me Arcana or History.
Kinda.
23. Okay. You've heard about things like this. You think you remember hearing about something called the Book of Stories. And this particular magic item, it moves between planes of existence. And if you find a way to write on a page made out of light, you can literally write something into existence. You can change something, you can alter it, you can make something out of nothing, you can undo something. With the Fates card, you essentially can alter an event of your choice, and you get to do this one time only. What does
Okay.
Alistair look like as you figure all of this out and you're holding what looks like a really fancy diary, basically?
His breathing becomes very rapid as soon as he puts everything together. At first he's inquisitive, gets excited, almost he's figuring out a puzzle. And he's the next step and next step. And then when he realizes what he has in his eyes, his breathing stops. His mind short circuits and blanks for a moment. And then it restarts. And as it restarts, there's only one image that shows up in his mind, and tears begin to flow down his mind. I can make it so she's not gone anymore. As he holds this, I have to find the way to write in this. As he takes it and puts it in a pocket near his heart, where there's a ring.
You stow it away. And where it rests against your breast, it feels cold. It's almost as if a piece of metal that never quite changes temperature. It doesn't acclimate to your body heat. You'll always have this foreign cold feeling against your chest wherever you hold it. So you'll know if it ever goes missing immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As Leon is inside of the captain's tent, Alistair is digging in some dirt. Jack, what are you doing?
Jack's kind of just hanging out at the peripheral, watching the way they came, watching the surroundings, just kind of making sure, another bandit group isn't like, time to go to camp.
Okay. You look up.
Maybe there's a bandit in the sky. I haven't thought about that lately.
You see something move across the sky and it catches your attention. And you realize that there's a shooting star. You've drawn the moon card.
How many good?
Don't think that it's ominous that I'm burning through all your cards before
Wait,
you
hold
get
on,
to the
wait.
bandit stronghold. Don't worry about it.
Wait,
Yeah,
a shooting star just went by, but I didn't draw the star card.
I mean, if you don't want to use your moon card,
I do want to use my moon card. I'm just, actually, so that's such an amazing way to describe it. I'm in awe of,
you
your masterful.
wish upon a falling star.
That's how the animation.
Oh,
is
I get a
on the card.
wish.
It's a wish card. The moon, you get to cast the wish spell. What are you wishing for right now? Don't think about it too hard. Don't worry about the mechanics of the wish spell. Just what is Jack? Stop looking it up. Just look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm thinking.
Okay. Jack, you see a shooting star. It's blue.
Ooh. You know what Jack is currently brooding about and thinking about?
The mint chocolate chip ice cream.
No, I'm thinking about and brooding about that.
The context there is that V didn't have access to mint chocolate chip ice cream. Sorry.
The context is my mother went out and she was like, hey, you want anything? I'm going out. You should try their egg rolls. You'll like their egg rolls. And they were sold out of the egg roll. So then she said, oh, you know what? To make you feel better, I'll get you a milkshake. How about a mint chocolate chip milkshake? And then they were sold out.
Yeah. Oh, I love that in our cast chat, everyone's writing out what they want right now. Money,
Jack
bitches, and an
wishes-
SUV.
Jack wishes that Frey Meriden will be redeemed.
Ooh. Okay. There's a twinkle, and then it's gone. Your heart and your chest fill with a feeling of warmth and satisfaction that you can't quite put your finger on.
As they were staring up at the shooting star, they think back to the conversation of it never being too late and the secret card that they gave Frey Meriden before they left the cell.
So it is about then that the three of you gather together. You realize that there's really nothing left here. There's like a piece of half-eaten bread. And then most of everything else is just cloth or camp supplies. Nothing too fancy, nothing too helpful for you. It would just weigh
Leon
you
eat
down.
the bread.
I don't know. Probably.
Okay,
It doesn't
the
look like it
bread.
could be tasty.
The bread has smears of ketchup on it.
Ketchup.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe
Weird.
it affects whether you want it or not. Do you eat it?
Does it? When you say it's been half eaten, does it look like there's bite marks in it, or someone
Yes.
cut it?
No.
Bite marks. Got it.
Bite marks and
Cool.
ketchup.
Cool. So probably what Leon will do is he'll rip off the parts that have the bite marks, and then
Hmm.
probably eat the rest of it.
Okay. It's delicious.
Ketchup.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing bad can happen to me eating ketchup on random bread.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
You're fine. You're fine.
It was their trapped poison bread. The ketchup was a sign.
And I would be the one to go down foreign bread.
As the three of you are just kind of gathered around watching Leon eat bread, Ratchet, you get back to the camp and you can see that camp is set up. There is a stick on the ground next to a piece of paper stabbed into the earth with a dagger, and the stick has a glowing pink light on one end that's pointing in a direction.
Yeah, this is 10 feet of like pink light, so it's pretty easy to see.
I figure that Ratchet spots this, has like an oh no. It goes over and he like checks the note and he's looking at the dagger and then he just looks at this giant pink arrow.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's 20 feet of bright light.
Yeah, it hurts to look at.
Gonna since they've set up camp, I'm gonna like stick this giant light under a blanket or something.
Okay.
And then head off in the direction that they indicated to see if I could find where these guys went.
You appear at just the time where you see Jack and Alistair are looking at Leon as Leon eats a piece of bread.
Really? You left a note for literally anyone to know exactly how to get to you?
You are anyone.
Yes, bandits are also anyone in this particular area.
Don't worry about it. We already killed the ones that were in this area. Their camp is empty. We would have came back for that note if you didn't. Just want to make sure you don't get lost.
Well, I got here, so I suppose it worked.
How'd that lead go?
It was unexpected, to say the least.
Didn't
You look
Ratchet's
different.
marks change?
Yeah, you look different.
Yes.
Huh? Ratchet is surprised by this declaration.
He pulls a dagger. Take a look. As you can see your reflection inside the dagger.
Mm-hmm. You see it.
I'm kind of like, oh, dang. That's going to be even harder to hide.
You know what? We still have. I'd say we still have like a minute. Jack will disguise themselves as Ratchet. You know, an exact look. You know, like no, here's what you look like. But they have an obvious slouch, and they make everything look like really difficult. You see right under the eyes here.
I think Leon.
You... Just exasperated to the point of like not even knowing what to say about this.
I toddle off deeper into the camp, grumbling about young people.
Eventually,
It's not my fault, he's a whippersnapper.
the group of you go back to your camp and you begin to rest for the night. You can all take the effects of a long rest.
Yay.
Thank goodness.
I approached Jack during our rest.
You
Hey Jack.
Jack, as they were playing a little bit of music using Song of Rest.
If I may I please request you cast the light spell upon this quill? I have to. I wish to do a little more late night reading in. I don't wish to use any more torches.
You got something that's kind of see-through? Because, it is like 20 feet of light.
Don't worry about it. I'll cover it with my hand mostly.
I shrug and wave my hand at him, giving him a darker colored grayish light.
Ooh, okay.
Thank you. As I run back in one of the tents, I pull the piece of paper and I write something down on it. I attempt to write down with the light quill.
Okay. Go
Does it work?
ahead and roll me Arcana.
Okay. Um. Let's see.
Okay. This is your first time trying this, so with a 14, you begin to try the first letter of writing on this final page in the Book of Stories, and you are struggling. It is not the exact same as you would write a letter with your regular hand and a quill. It almost feels as if there's resistance. You're trying to push down the quill, trying to navigate it, and you feel almost as if your hand is weighed down, as if the page itself is fighting against you, and the quill snaps and it breaks.
I will need something more resistant or magical.
I feel like that this is not a terrible idea. You see that the page now has like a single mark, like a little dot of where you started to write the first letter. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough.
Okay.
Alistair's about to start collecting quills like Ratchet collects arrows.
I have a different idea this time.
Okay.
I go back to Jack. Hey Jack. Could you please
It just
do
kind
this
of gives you
again?
a look of like,
I
why are you
accidentally
talking to me
broke.
again?
I accidentally broke my my quill. I don't feel like studying anymore, but I could use some painting. Can you light it up once more?
I just blink at you slowly.
Can I get a
Alright.
nice golden this time, please?
Alright, one more time. I give you an extra pink light.
Thanks, you're the best.
Okay. Go ahead and roll Arcana again.
But this time, I'm going to spend a die and give them a bardic inspiration with that light.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
So that'll be a d6.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, roll that d6.
Mm.
Okay, 29.
Jeez, that was almost a 30.
What do you write?
I wish for the Pennygleam sisters to get a happy ending.
As you write, you find this time light glides over the surface, almost like an ice skater on a frozen lake. Pink light that remains glistens, almost as if tiny stars as you write on this page that exists between worlds. Do you write this story? As you finish, light is removed from your instrument, almost as if sucked in by the page itself. You see the light of the page fade as it locks in. Book of Stories is now complete. We will accept no more stories.
He breathes a sigh of relief, and he just closes his eyes, and he just mutters, "Please work, please work," as he holds the page.
Dawn opens up on the Humblewood. A brand new day. You see the first peaks of light begin to filter in through the forest foliage, and it plays against the surfaces of your various tents. Time to get up, move on.
You're right, Stella. It is time to get up and move on. And you know what the best way to get up is?
Bang, 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 bang.
No, an inspiring speech from our inspiring leader.
Oh my
I'm
God.
going to spend 10 minutes waking everyone up and arousing them about our stronghold battle.
Okay, I love it. How does everyone receive this? You are abruptly woken up by Jack telling you about what you're gonna do today.
Monologuing in the center of camp.
I'm just like, let me get my coffee on as I heat a mug with my produce flame and pour some powder coffee. And I'm just listening. I'm don't interrupt.
What about Leon?
I think Leon gets a little startled, not expecting this. And so he kind of like shoots up a little bit and looks around and sees that Jack, she's giving this like great speech or whatever. And he's starting to kind of hear the words, and then gets a little bit like motivated, a little bit like, okay, cool, waking up, realizing this is reality, not a dream. And then kind of gets up and probably joins right net to Alistair with no coffee. He doesn't have anything. And he's sitting.
You want one? As I pull another mug.
And I ate random bread. Why not? So
The bandits have put too much to the torch. Now, today, we are the fire. Jack just in the background.
Mhm.
Yeah, Jack.
We have been-
I'm starting to feel really motivated here, inspired.
we have
Oh, you are?
established in
Alright,
the
cool. Enjoy your 9 temp hit points.
Nice.
Go ahead,
Oh, yeah.
Ratchet.
we have established in the past that Ratchet is an early bird. So I imagine like
It's like a
Jack has gotten up to like give this speech, and the other two are like groggily waking up, and then Ratchet comes back into the camp with like an armful of firewood, like already up and started his day. Like, oh, you're all up, good.
Jack found a box somewhere and is currently standing on top of it in the middle of camp.
I love it. Can you roll me performance, Jack? Let's see how impressive this is.
How's a
Me
22
too.
look?
Ooh, yes.
Is very impressive.
Jack like strikes a pose on the box. Sunlight like is beginning to like creep up, and it almost looks like a halo behind Jack as Jack is giving this inspiring speech. She looks awesome. The sunlight is playing off of her bells and her bracelets.
Reflecting off of the white of my chest fur.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Also
Right.
the many rings on my fingers.
Yeah, everything glints. You said that's 9 health? Temporary
9
health?
temp healths to everyone.
Take it.
Okay,
I'll take it.
fantastic.
yeah, that is another 30% health for me.
Amazing.
Is really good for the wizard.
This has
Okay.
no costs outside of short or long rests and just lasts.
That's awesome. Okay.
Nice.
Really good feat.
So, the group of you begin to get a move on. You head in the direction of the Bandit Stronghold. Your entire journey here has taken a number of days. It's taken about 5 days now. And just as you had seen it in your exploration of the Bandit's mind, Alistair, 4 of you crest over a hill, and you can see in the distance, through the mist, is exactly what he saw. A pair of great stone towers looming on the horizon. You can see that they are connected to a squat and sturdy fortress which stands in lonely vigil among the crags. A few distant shapes can be seen patrolling the parapets, and banners with the crest of the Bandit coalition hang proudly from the walls. You can see that there are going to be a number of challenges here. The stone walls are about 100 feet high, and there are guard posts around the perimeter. You can see that the fortress opens up into a square. There is a 120-foot-long inner courtyard, and you can see that there are various buildings inside this courtyard. There is a narrow wagon road leading out from the north of the courtyard to a wooden palisade with a set of double doors. Beyond that, there is a giant hall that is built into the side of the mountain, which serves as an inner keep. These are all things that you can see from a distance. You see
So
that
there's a palisade and not a portcullis?
Palisade is on the inside. You can see, so there's basically like an inner courtyard area inside of this larger fortress. The outside of the fortress is stone. It's 100 feet tall. And you can see that there is a massive iron portcullis. Behind it is a wooden door. And it looks like that this portcullis can be lowered down like a drawbridge.
What kind of portcullis is this? It's important.
Iron.
But like, is it a horse gate?
Wagons? Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Types of portcullis. I didn't know there was more than one type. It's a horse gate. Lattice style portcullis.
The gate that horses go through.
Did you just make up something to
I got V with
confuse
that
me?
one.
No, this is important. I might need to know this.
Okay, wait. So it says the most common form of portcullis is called the lattice style. There's a solid style, and then there's material-specific portcullises. There's spiked portcullises, chained portcullises, and multi-portcullis gatehouses.
All right, which one is this?
Okay, this is going to be a single gate. Okay, so there's a big wooden door on the inside. And in front of it is a lattice-style portcullis. So that lattice style means it has all the little squares in it because it's just intersecting.
All right, cool. So it's not like a sheet of metal. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. So there's holes in it.
Roughly how much would you say that weighs?
How much does a iron portcullis weigh?
Don't
Much,
forget lattice.
many. Am I reading a like heat metal, shape metal kind of something going on here?
Can you enlarge object to make it collapse upon itself from being too heavy?
We'll say that it's 2 tons. That's 2,000 pounds, right? No, a ton is 2,000 pounds. 2 tons equals how many pounds? It's 4,000 pounds. We'll say it's 4,000 pounds.
All right, cool. All right, I've got all the information I need.
Fucking hate this. What is going on? Okay. I'll say for your benefit that the walls are stone and they look climbable, but obviously really, really dangerous because that's really high up. I'm so sorry, I cut you off. What did you say, Ingil?
Oh, I was just joking. I said meteor or a meteor swarm now. We drop for meteors.
Okay, let me get
That's one way to do this.
Let me get investigation checks from everybody. We're gonna kind of montage you scouting. It's a 5 from Ratchet, 15 from Leon,
5.
21 from Alistair,
We're really good at these. Just watch.
and a 7 from Jack.
Can I have advantage because you
No.
like me?
No.
After all that,
21 from
Just
Alistair.
why? Just because I had you do the mathematics on iron portcullis?
I love that we live in an age where I can just Google it. Like, that's so nice. Because imagine playing Dungeons and Dragons like back
In
before
like the Middle
Google was a
Ages.
thing. No, not in the Middle Ages.
That'd be
Like,
like a Monty
In
Python
the
skit.
like
Like, how much
20
you
You're
think
years
gonna
happened in
win
the
your
ago.
own
Middle Ages?
dice.
Like 20 years ago before Google was like a
Oh,
big
the Middle
thing.
Ages.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay. With a 21 from Alistair, you can see that though there are guards that are moving around, that there is an obvious pattern. You could try to scale the wall if you time it right. And I'm gonna message you, V. I'm gonna give you an option message.
You're trying to stop me from doing the crazy thing I want to do.
Just
You
walk
don't know
in
what it is, but you're
disguised.
scared.
Okay.
Option 1. Please don't.
I think that you would know this, Jack, because you were a bandit. You would know that this is an option. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Alistair is able to figure out the
Stella's like, gotta get rid of them. Gotta get rid of them.
What else can we do here? Leon with a 15. Leon, you get the sense you could definitely climb this wall. You could easily do it.
As my size now?
Yeah.
Okay.
This looks super climbable, especially
I
for
wasn't
you.
sure if it was one of those, like, I could climb it okay, but as giant Leon, it would be way better, or if it was just one of those.
Do you have
"Yeah,
a climb
Leon."
speed?
I think I do.
I'm pretty sure he has got
A lot of
20
the humble folk do get climb speeds.
Yep.
Yep, he has the climb speed.
He came up
So yeah,
last
you can
session.
climb most things that aren't just like smooth steel.
I figured
Leon
as
would have
much, but-
no problem.
Yeah, I figured as much, but like with Leon now being gigantic, like way more times than he ever expected, his brain is now like, could I do this without being gigantic? Cool, okay, that's like the first thing that goes through his head.
Yeah, it would be better to do this not gigantic.
Figured, yeah.
Doing this while you're enlarged would probably be more clumsy. And also, it would
man, I love
definitely
this.
draw attention.
Oh, there's so
True.
much stuff I can do, and it's all crazy.
Ratchet, you're kind of listening to like them all like sharing this information and talking amongst themselves. What's going on through your mind right now?
I think Ratchet is comparing this to the fact of like I'm hunting for animals. Like they don't build fortresses. This is not a thing I have to deal with. Like the closest you ever get to a fortress is maybe like a wasp's nest, and you deal with those by leaving them alone. Like this is not my area, and I'm kind of letting the folks that are a little more, let's say, urban inclined, figure out how to assault this facility because this is way out of my comfort zone.
Okay. Oh, we'll
Maybe
say
a
that.
split approach will be best instead of going in as one big mass.
I'll say that this conversation and like kind of the scouting and all of that takes a few hours. And like the time that it took you to get here, it is now starting to get dark. I'll say that it's about like 5-6 p.m.
You all trust me, right?
No.
What you got in mind is a cock and eye.
Does it
I
matter? if we
think relatively easily I could make my way inside. Perhaps stop that scary metal gate from closing, either a good distraction and a good way out. You guys can either slip in the dark or find another way around.
Oh, no, sorry. I spoke too quickly. I definitely trust you to create a distraction and break stuff. By all means, go ahead.
Oh, great. Thank you for your permission. Jack stands up.
I don't think we should split the group. It might be best if we all scale this. At least we have a fairly decent path. I can scout with my owl ahead, especially in the night. I think splitting ourselves from a foe inside a fortress with dozens, maybe hundreds of bandits is not the wisest.
A group of 4 people is way more likely to be seen. And then we don't have a way out.
We can make a way out.
You have seen Jack's ability to disguise themselves. I believe that they can easily and with minimal effort get themselves inside and find a way to make an entrance for the rest of us that is less attention grabbing.
Oh, are we splitting the party?
Excuse me while I take 1d6 necrotic damage. Hell yeah, only 2.
Okay. Who do you transform into?
We're turning into Frey Meriden, baby.
Ooh, okay.
Well, as you if you wish to go do this by yourself, we'll scale the walls. If you somehow get found out, shoot up a light signal. Do you have a crossbow or something like that that you can light up?
I've got ways of letting you know.
Okay. If we get found out, I will shoot the firebolt into the sky. And just be aware that a lot of them know Frey quite intimately. So be careful of what you reveal and what you say. The less you say, the better.
I don't know why, but when you said a lot of them know Frey intimately, in my head, like if this was a movie, I had a smash cut to Frey just like making out with a bunch of like bandits. I don't know why, that's just what I saw. Sorry.
Frey had her
Stella,
her bandit harem, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this was the Fortress of Love.
Could be.
It gets cold and boring in the middle of the mountains, you know.
Okay. Inspiring. You are encouraging Jack?
Yes.
Okay.
To give them a D4
All right.
for their infiltration.
All right, I will pull out the rapier, hang it on to what looks like my belt.
Okay.
And head down the main path towards the gate.
All right. Jack begins to descend, making her way towards the bandit stronghold. What do the 3 of you want to do?
Well, are you guys ready to scale this mountain? I mean, this wall?
Ready as all over.
Leon, I can either have, if we make a proper knot, I can have my owl go in and drop the lasso over a sharp edge.
Mm-hmm.
We can use a rope to quickly get up there. Or we can tie the rope to you, Leon.
That might make it a little easier to climb. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to go for it.
Alright. Let's do a backup rope to you just in case. I'm not not the strongest, as you can see in the physical
I-
department.
I got you.
Okay, so Leon is
If you
going to
take
climb
time,
first.
knotted ropes don't take checks.
Yeah, no, this is under the assumption that you're taking your time climbing, you're taking your time setting up the ropes. None of this is going to be rushed, especially because you have essentially the control of the guards under lock. Like Alistair figured it out. You know exactly how much time you have. You would basically like, you could prepare the ropes in advance, all of that, so you don't have to worry about rolling for anything. It's just a matter of like, how do you want to do it? Leon, did you want to climb first, or do you want to rely on the owl method?
I think Leon would probably try the. Probably would.
I'm okay. Yeah.
I think.
All right. So describe to me. So you do it. You'll climb up 100 feet, which is super impressive. What does this look like? Like, what does it look like as you're like hyping yourself up? You're setting up the rope. Give me a picture.
So basically, I think Leon has he's done a lot of climbing before. Unlike the player person who does not like heights. Leon does mind heights, doesn't mind it at all. I think as a kid, he would always try and climb to like the toppest part of like a house or a tree, whatever, and would like test the limits of like flying off of these places, right? So he's used to climbing up really high places. So I think as he climbs up this, he gets to a point where he's used to, right? He gets up to a point where he's like, I've been up this high before. But I do think that once he starts getting up a little bit higher, there is a sense of like, I've got this, I'm sturdy. But I think that Leon still thinks kind of in the back of his head, man, this is really taller than I would have thought from up down there. And then I think there's a little bit of like hesitation, but he gets it back enough in his mindset. He's like, this is only a little bit higher than, what you've done, or it's more higher than you've done, but like once we get up there, it'll be nothing. And so he takes that little extra motivation and I think climbs up there as safe as he can, up on top of I don't know what he sees when he gets up there or what the lay of the land looks like up there. But once he gets up there, I think he's gonna be like kind of like sturdy, probably looks around to see if it's just like a normal like rooftop or what the scene is.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me perception.
Nope.
14. Okay, so when you are at the top of the wall here, you can look down and you see the inner courtyard. You can see that there's a small community inside the courtyard here. So surrounding the courtyard is a wooden palisade, and there are a number of people just going about their day. You see that there are 2 buildings, and there's a narrow road that leads up into the meeting hall. So essentially there's like a big stone building built into the side of the mountain. The wooden building that is largest to the east appears to be a barracks. You can see that there are guards coming in and out of it. You can see that there appears to be a small training ground in there. There's target dummies as well. And you can see that the other wooden building is slightly smaller and it's more barn-like. You can see that there are wagons going in and out of it. So it's pretty obviously a supply barn or somewhere that they're storing things. You can see that there is a large tent as well. There are 2 guards out in front of the tent. And you can see that as the wind kind of gusts and picks up one of the flaps, there are large cages inside of this tent. It's clearly where they would hide their prisoners if they had any. You can see that there are spiral stairs at the corners of the wall that you're on. So to your left and to your right, there are spiraling stairs that go down to the ground. And you can see that they also go, there are pathways. You can see as you look over towards the front door that there are 2 large levers inside of the gate. And you see that there are at least a dozen bandits kind of sitting around smaller fires and just having conversation, eating food. It's about 6 p.m., so it makes sense. People are eating dinner right now. You hear laughter. You also pick up on the fact that there are people here that are not bandits. There are people who appear to be sickly, appear to be older, and also children.
Oh.
As you're looking around, can I please have a stealth check from you?
Okay. 19.
Okay. You're able to keep quiet as you're settling up there, and I imagine you have the rope with you. You're able to set up a grappling hook and throw the rope down to help Ratchet and Alistair up.
Yeah.
Okay. As this is happening,
Yeah.
Ratchet and Alistair see the rope come down. Leon up top looking at you. Leon, do you give him... You wave. I knew it. I was like, Leon's gonna either give him a thumbs up or wave. You wave.
You can go ahead, Ratchet. You'll probably be faster than me.
Della,
Yes?
would you say that this wall could reasonably be gripped by talons?
So I would say that the wall is very uneven, so there are footholds. But it is made out of stone.
Yeah, but they're like talons are almost like hands, and they've got the little
Yeah.
sharp pieces, and
I'll say that the rope really helped.
I have talons that give me advantage on a athletics check to climb, and
Oh,
I was
yeah.
going to not rely on the rope so we could both climb at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's totally fine with me. You can definitely do that.
Okay.
I'll say that you're like my hesitancy because you have that is totally fine. I would say that there are definitely some bird folk that they don't got the grippy toes, you know.
Yeah, this is a specific
Belly's got
racial
the
trait.
grippy toes.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
for fun.
the gallows are more of a flappers than grippy toes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll need athletics checks from both of you at advantage. Both of you get advantage.
Okay.
Okay. I will flap and grab the rope, 15 feet from the ground. You know.
Okay.
That is a dirty
Ooh,
20
dirty
for
20.
Ratchet.
I love it.
Okay, let's see, where is athletics?
I'm
There
gonna
it is,
be
plus
honest,
0.
I wasn't sure if I was gonna get to
Oh.
use the climbing thing, and I'm really glad I get to climb.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool.
Tool in the toolbox.
Ooh.
9.
That's a 9. Okay, Ratchet, you start climbing and you can see Alistair tries to like lap up to get some ground. Alistair, you don't fall, but you get the sense that this is going to take you a really long time. Ratchet, you are easily overtaking Alistair.
I point at Leon. I'm like,
Yeah, you want to start pulling? Okay, yeah. Okay, so with Leon pulling
Start
on the
pulling on the
rope, it is going to speed things up a bit, and Alistair gets to keep pace with Ratchet. Ratchet, you do have to kind of pause if you want to keep in line with Alistair.
I'm gonna keep just slightly ahead of him because Ratchet doesn't know what Ratchet rolled, so he's like, if I need to like leap to this rope, I want it nearby, and I don't want to leap directly at Alistair. So he's keeping like a little ahead so that he's got clean rope to grab, but
Yeah.
it turns out okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm suddenly glad everyone has nat 20s.
So Ratchet and Alistair, I need stealth checks from you as you climb up to the top of the wall here.
do we get advantage because it's night?
Oh no!
In darkness.
Do
No.
we get advantage maybe?
For
No.
Nights in Darkness.
No.
I have inspiration marked on my character sheet.
Sure, go ahead and re-roll that natural one.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
A
Zombie, for the
26?
blessings. Okay, 26. Yeah, you're good.
Our
I shall
best
use
stealth person rolling the nat one.
I'll use the advantage, the blessing from Zombie here.
Thank you, Zombie.
There
A
we go.
19. All right, the two of you make contact with the top of the wall. You hunker down into the shadows. You see exactly what Leon had saw. Now,
Pretty nice view up
Oh,
yeah.
this is
Yeah,
much
yeah,
more
yeah,
of
yeah,
a
yeah,
town
yeah,
than I thought.
Yeah.
You begin to approach the palisade.
Hell yeah.
You see that there are a number of guards moving over to the top of the palisade to peer down at you at your approach. What do they see?
I make sure to walk confidently, not even glancing at the regular guards, just heading straight for the gate with the rapier at my hip, arms behind my back.
Go ahead and roll me deception at advantage.
Dirty 20.
Okay. They see the dying light of the day glinting off of your sword, and immediately you see them scrabbling away, and you hear the mechanical grumbling of the palisade as it is being lifted and drawn up. It clears, the door opens, and you can see that there are
The palisade or the portcullis?
both.
Okay.
Sorry, not the palisade, the wooden door. I don't think that's the palisade.
So the palisade was the double doors. The portcullis was the lattice gate.
Yes.
That's what I was double checking.
The courtyard. Oh, palisade is the wooden thing, right? Palisade.
Palisade is like a makeshift, like wood wall, and then you said
Yeah.
it had large
Yeah.
double doors at the front.
Sorry. No. Palisade is separate. The palisade makes the courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
So front door, wooden door, lattice. Okay. Lattice went up, doors opened. You can see there's a road that goes towards the courtyard. The courtyard has a palisade around it.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I have a free path to the gate?
Yes.
Is anyone down at the entrance of the gate?
Yeah, you can see that there are two bandits that have pulled the wooden doors open. So there's one on each side.
Right. Am I under the portcullis?
Yes. You're able to make
Alright.
clearly just pass through both of this, just the whole entrance if you like.
All right, I'm gonna use a nat 20 sleight of hand.
Okay. Okay.
And I am going to hide my immovable stick into the rails of the portcullis and press the button.
Okay. The intention is that so the portcullis cannot be closed.
Correct. It can hold up to 8,000 pounds of weight.
Nice.
Okay. You do that. You burn your natural 20.
I do that.
Yeah, you set up your stick. No one bats an eye. And now the portcullis cannot close.
Yeah.
Great. You step inside. You can see that the bandits are not impeding your entrance whatsoever. They sort of even gesture further in, welcoming you. They clearly don't recognize you and they have no questions. You do get the sense, though, that you're going to have to be careful around other captains and definitely with Benna Saradin. This is definitely not going to fly with them. These are all just regular low-ranking bandits that you're passing by. Let me get an investigation check from you.
Okie dokie. Double nat ones.
Okay. I'll say that you're probably focused more on trying to deliver a compelling deception here and just trying to clear, and then also focusing on setting up your immovable stick, that you're not really able to key in on your surroundings here. There are pockets of bandits gathered in conversation and they're talking to each other, but you're not really able to pick up on much of their rabble as you're trying to make your way through. Is there anything that you want to do specifically?
Jack will start by heading towards the like pockets of campfires where everyone is talking first.
Okay.
Or towards where like the elderly and the young were.
Okay, so that is going to have to be into the courtyard. You have to
Yeah.
enter the palisade. Okay. As you approach the palisade, you can see that there are guards posted outside. They take one look at you and they open it. So you're able to go in no problem. However, as soon as you step inside the palisade, you can see that they're trying to close the doors behind you.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll deal with that later.
Jack, you enter into the courtyard and you can see that there's an infirmary area nearby. You can see that there are a group of people having conversations. Let me get a hearing-based perception from you.
Hearing-based perception. Am I good at that? Do I have some kind of like fox bonus to that?
Not sure.
No, I have dark vision. 13.
13. You can see that there are people from all sorts of walks of life here. You can see that there are people running around doing odd jobs. There's someone doing laundry. There appears to be a healer setting wounds. Someone is a cook here. It's clear that some of these individuals are non-combatants, that they are in no form of any kind of fighting. It looks like this camp might have more than just your regular run-of-the-mill bandits. You hear...
And they don't have like chains or restraints or anything, right?
Nope, nothing. They're just going about their business. You hear nearby someone make a comment. They say, yeah, he's really changed things for the better. And for the first time, everything is well stocked, well prepared. Even if Alderheart sends an army. You hear another person. I heard that the general lost her family to the fires. If the birdfolk council had listened to her mother, I think they might have lived. Her mother was a powerful seer. Or so I heard. You hear another voice. Alderheart has no idea what's coming. They should be afraid of us. Coalition just gets stronger every day. What are you doing as you hear these pieces of information?
Jack is making a casual patrol around the area. Simple glances here and there, but never really focusing on anything. Trying to give more of the look of someone coming back and trying to reacquaint themselves.
Can you roll me a deception check at advantage?
Deception? How about that 22? We ignore the 1.
Yeah, the 22. So some people will glance you over, but they don't really spend much time. They just go about your day. You can see that the cook notices you and holds a bowl out in your direction.
I will take the bowl.
You see that the bowl has some stew in it. And as soon as they pass it over to you, they pick up another bowl and they're jutting their arm out towards someone else that they haven't fed already. Another person takes a bowl.
Hell yeah, free soup.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
What?
Let's do it. Don't worry about it.
What?
Constitution saving throw.
What if I don't wanna?
Let's do it. It's okay.
Okay. How's an 18 do?
Okay, 18. So it's pretty hearty. You can get the sense that this is one of those like community stews that they've boiled over and over and over again, and they're just adding more stuff. Keep it going.
Mhm.
It's not particularly tasty, but it is really filling, and you feel that it warms your core. This is a meal that's going to carry you very well into the night, and you probably won't be hungry when you wake up.
Hell yeah. Free food, free stew.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
23. We're getting better. My eyes are getting better.
Okay, with a 23, I think you have an opportune moment here because you have the excuse of eating soup. You're able to stand there and you don't stick out. Other people are also devouring their meals as well. Some people sitting, some people standing. You have this moment to look around, and it is just about here that you peer over and you can see shapes of 3 familiar people up on the wall just as they finish climbing. They don't seem to have noticed you yet. They're on the outside of the courtyard.
Huh. I'm just gonna, casually make sure, no one happens to look up there with just a gentle reminiscence towards the people eating around me along the lines of, you know better than to be spreading rumors.
Ooh, okay. You saying that you're kind of distracting a little bit?
Just causing some casual chatter to make sure the people down here are looking towards me and not up there.
Okay,
So
go
I would
ahead.
call it a distraction, yes.
Hey, go ahead and roll me persuasion.
21.
21. Okay. Ratchet, Leon, and Alistair. Up on top of the wall, you can see that there is a courtyard surrounded by a wooden palisade. There appears to be a small group of people around what is a large communal stew. You see that they are gathered in a conversation and nobody is looking in your direction. You can go wherever you want to from here. So you have a couple of options. You can either trail along the wall to get closer to the hall, get deeper into the base, or you can climb down and then try to get onto the ground here. Also, did we establish that y'all are wearing disguises? Because I know you went through the effort of collecting them.
It was never specifically said, but it was implied.
Yeah, okay.
We were connecting and waiting. We
Yeah.
never had a seat of donning it on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We are wearing the bandits.
Okay, yes, you're wearing...
They have been clean of blood.
Yeah. Because you went through the effort of collecting them. I assume they're clean and all that. Yeah.
Mhm.
You dressed up like
Alright, yeah.
bandits.
Which on the side note, does Ratchet have a studded leather armor?
Ratchet has regular leather armor. He is intending to turn the pelt into studded leather, but he does not have that yet.
There's a Vulpin studded leather if you wanted to have taken that and donned it in the morning.
I'll say that the Vulpin armor is going to be too big for Ratchet. It would fit
Yeah.
Alistair, Jack, or Leon, but Ratchet's a bit on the smaller side.
Ratchet's a little over 3 feet tall. He's a little fella.
Yeah.
He's crotchety.
Baby. Right, so let's make a decision here. Do you want to scale the wall to get deeper in, or do you want to climb down and use your disguise? Or something else?
Let's climb up. I'm not the best at deception.
Hmm?
I think this is not what I expected to see. This is much more of a village than
Mhm.
the purely military installation that I kind of anticipated running into. I almost want to take a chance to just hold here for a moment and see if we can figure out, like, is there a particular part that is more focused on the bandit activities, or have we thoroughly misunderstood the function of this?
I can send my owl and send my gaze and hearing through it and try to gather some information of who these people might be. Maybe they're refugees, or maybe they're just their families. I'm not sure. You can do that if you wish. We are missing a lot of information here, indeed.
Be the idea.
Ratchet sort of turns to Leon and like does that little thing like tap with the back of the hand to like get his attention, although I'm sure Leon's already paying attention because just the three of us here.
Mhm. Hmm?
Just look at this. Could almost be that almost be Meadowfen. Tell me this doesn't look at least a little like Pendle Bay.
Yeah, a little. Getting familiar feeling.
God damn it.
You look down, and it looks a lot like families without a home gathering around a communal stew, sharing food. It looks like some people carrying supplies into a tent full of sick and hurt people. Yes, there is a barracks, and yes, there are people training and they're fighting. You can see that they're sharing a meal. Ratchet's right. This is complicated. And it is just about then that you see Jack, dressed as Ray Meriden, is in the smack middle of it.
Hmm. Let's keep an eye on Jack and try to hear some more. If there's anybody coming towards our way, please squeeze my shoulder, as my hearing and sight will be in the owl's place.
Very well.
I send that owl to begin scouting around and hearing.
Okay. You possess your owl and go ahead and roll me perception.
I believe keen sight, so has advantage.
Okay. 5.
Five,
I think
double five.
so. Even with a 5, your owl settles down on the ground on a set of crates, just kind of out of the way, inconspicuous. And it's not so much that you don't hear anything; it's that you only hear one thing, and it is a conversation of a couple that are in a heated conversation in front of the owl. You hear a Mapok woman say, Alderheart needs to change the way that it deals with the humble folk of the wood. General Saradin is the only one with the vision to make this happen. Look, you see that her counterpart looks a bit defeated. I know know that the coalition should take heart. I know that they're trying to help make the wood for the better. But I think that the general thinks that violence is the only option here. He's tried asking for help, and the Alderheart just turned her away. Well, whatever the general wants, I'm behind it. He's the one taking care of us, not the council. What do you want to do with the owl now?
Um, the owl will go behind the crests and vanish and respawn in front of me.
Mhm.
I will tell Ratchet and Leon what I have seen and heard, and then I will send the owl this time towards like the buildings where higher level figures might be.
Okay. Yes. So there are 3 buildings. The first one is the barracks, which you can easily see because it's the largest building. The second wooden building is a barn. And the third building is made out of stone and it's built into the side of the mountain. It's the inner keep. You know, without having to second guess yourself, that is where somebody important is going to be. You know that if you want to make a contact with someone who has the authority to make decisions here, that's where you need to go. Everything else, these are just people, and they're just trying to live out their lives. There's nothing that they can do, and probably nothing that you can say to change their mind.
Alistair sight. Do we wish to attempt to speak with their leader?
It sounds like that might be the best course of action, though I'm not keen on doing so without the final member of our party.
Well, I can send a small. We can tie a quick message for Jack to wait for us, and then I can send my owl to send a message on its feet to for their general to meet us outside.
Oh. You scribble this message you attach to the owl. Jack, you finish your conversation here, and there are a number of people just sort of nodding along. There's a few people that are obviously drunk and they're trying to contest you, but it doesn't really amount to anything. It seems like no one genuinely wants to antagonize anybody here. What do you want to do next? You've finished your meal. You can see some people are beginning to go their separate ways. You also see Alistair's owl perching nearby.
You know, out of character, I suddenly have a really bad, like, intuition sense. You know, just, I think something's gonna happen.
Okay.
Jack will look at the owl for a moment.
See that there's a piece of paper attached to its leg.
I will grab the paper.
Okay. What does it say?
What does it say?
We wish to parley with their leader. I will send the owl to attempt to meet with us outside the gates.
Alright. I crumple up the letter and I look for the ways further inside.
See a small road leading up towards the inner keep. And you can see that it winds past the storeroom, past the prison, past the barracks. in this stone building. Let me see. Are there guards? There currently are no guards outside of the heavy wooden doors that lead into the inner keep.
You know, not to bring anything up or to, give you more knives, but I just thought maybe you'd like to know that the warlock Jack made the pact with was a bandit captain.
Mm-hmm.
So, that could be a thing that potentially comes up at some point.
Okay.
Just letting you know as I head towards that door.
Okay. I love it. So the three of you see Jack take this piece of paper. She crumples it up and she begins to head towards the inner keep. What do the three of you want to do?
I bamf my owl back on and attach the message I've been writing and send the owl after Jack.
And I think this is a perfect place for us to end the session. And we'll decide next session what this is gonna be like, what it says, and what our first meeting of Benna Saradin is going to be like.
Goodness.
Ooh. Yes, I bet you weren't expecting this this fortress to have people, regular ass people here. It's gonna be very
Certainly
interesting.
complicates things.
I mean, it makes sense. Jack was just a regular person.
You wanted morally gray situations. I think this is the most morally gray you can get. Thank you so much to all of our viewers. Thank you so much, chat, for being here. And thank you so much to everyone over on YouTube that's watching this in the future. We're going to go around and do some outros. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of the episode was. And we'll start with Zombie.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie. I am Z, or throughout the three names you like to call me. Today I played Leon Breeze, professional wrestler extraordinaire, who's apparently really good at grabbing rope from 100 feet and bringing people up with it. Great. Which I could imagine, the climbing was already a workout, and this is like you're tired and have to do more working out. So
Yeah.
I imagine Leon this whole time has just been kind of lethargically going like, yeah, cool. Like when we decide something great, I'm just gonna stand here and make sure my arms don't get overly used. My favorite part has to be, I think it's the obvious one. Finding out that this is a whole damn city. This isn't just what we thought it might be. No, it's a whole city, and we can't just I don't know, throw fireballs everywhere like some other cast members might want to do. No.
I mean, you could, but it probably wouldn't be great.
I don't think Leon would be very happy about that. No.
Did we not tell Stella we were the villains of this story?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
We are the fire, alright?
We're the fire. We're the reason the fire started.
Flame Squad, let's
Weird
go.
how we invited a fire cultist to our party.
Yeah, no. But yeah, so if you're so inclined to, you can find me on Blue Sky at ZombieFighter89. If you go there, there's a pin notification to a Google Doc sheet where you can find all of the work that I've done. As I'm gonna start to do more often because I've gotten some advice lately. I'm gonna start putting more promotion within the promo video itself of, hi, I did this. If you think this is a cool thing, please come do that for me. And the cool thing is the software I use to actually because there is no scheduling on Blue Sky itself. There's like a third party you have to use for that. It lets you attach other messages to it. So at the bottom, I can just put, here's all the cast of this thing. And on the top, I can do say everything. So that's kind of a cool, neat little thing. But in that vein, if you know anyone who's interested in any video editing purposes, whether it be for highlights, for either promotion, or as some like to do, like a big, like 3 or 4 minute highlight video that goes into the intro and goes into the game, or if you have cool game footage and you'd kind of like a highlight cut together, because I did that with Stella with Resident Evil. You can you can hire me for all those. I think I do pretty good work. Everyone who's gotten my stuff has really liked it. I also recently did shorts for Looking for Mom, so now I'm way better at shorts than I used to be, and I think that's another fun notch in my belt. So yeah, if you know anyone or you yourself are looking for someone for video editing, I am available to be hired.
Thank you very much. Please check out Zombie's material. I've linked his Blue Sky there in the chat. Hop on over to Vertigo.
Hello, I'm VertigoCross, or V. I am a variety game streamer over on Twitch. I haven't been able to do it too much lately because work is an actual nightmare, but I am hoping to get back into it pretty soon. As for my favorite part, will also probably become my least favorite part because I have a really bad gut feeling that I blocked the gate, and then I have a feeling I should not have done that.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
I'm just imagining giant flame monster that a gate would have been really nice to have.
No, I think it's the opposite. I think this place is gonna get set on fire real soon. It's not gonna be by me.
So you're saying I saved everyone's life by the gate not being able to close?
Yeah, I think you might have saved some people here. I think this place is gonna get torched soon. By the villains.
Not by you, right? Not by you?
No, not by me. Maybe. No, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
But that's it for
by
me.
the real villains.
Thank you. We'll head on over to Igneal.
Hi, my name's Igneal. You can find me on Blue Sky, Neil Blazeheart. I think my favorite part tonight was the interrogation. It went very well. I'm not used to the games I go. The interrogations usually end up very poorly, and usually ends up with us burying some bodies, shamefully at the end.
Yeah, that
Infiltration
went
is
really
Jack's
well.
specialty.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you took Frey's sword. That is doing so much heavy lifting for you. And then
It
also
really helps that you broke my other one.
It's also really cool that you can literally turn into Frey Meriden. That's a really interesting narrative choice that we've been
College
able
of
to
the
explore.
Road is really interesting.
Thank you very much.
But we wouldn't have gotten half of this without the detect thoughts.
It's true. True. That was a really cool spell. It was like the perfect opportunity to do it too, because the guy is so distracted. There's no way that he's like gonna be able to put up like mental walls or anything like that to like try to keep you out. It's like he's literally trying to survive and he's desperate and everything's just gonna come pouring out. So it was a really cool time and place to do it. Thank you very much. We'll hop on over to Matthew.
I'm Matthew, or P Street Holmes. You can find me on Twitter or on Stella's Discord. And I think my favorite part was just scaring the bandit shitless. I think that was just really funny because, like, we all fell into just the right roles and were just genuinely terrifying. And let's be honest, for adventurers, asking you questions after they've killed all your friends would be very terrifying.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm glad it worked out like it did.
Raping blood and tissue off of the back of a giant mountain cat. Help. Oh. Oh my god. Well, thank you very much. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We will be back on the 14th of October at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the next episode of Heroes of the Humblewood. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.